We got a bunch of things to talk about here today, so let's not waste any time and get right into it. And we're going to start with this. One of the big movies coming out in December is Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Sir.
This time, got Keanu Reeves in there as Knuckles. Not as Knuckles, I'm sorry.
Shadow.
Which is also the name of my dog. One of my dogs. Is in there. Of course, everybody's really excited about that. And a brand new trailer just dropped this morning for it. And I love it. There's one thing I didn't like about it, and I'll talk about that in a second. First of all, there's a big switcheroo between this trailer and the last trailer.
Yeah.
Because the last trailer made it look like this time Team Sonic and Robotnik are teaming up to take on Shadow. If I can't rule the world, I might as well save it.
Right.
And that's what made it look like they were going to be working together this time. This trailer, completely the opposite.
Well, I'm wondering if it's showing us like, oh, the first trailer we got was like Act 3 or somewhere in Act 2, and this second trailer is actually Act 1. Where do they make the switch? Because clearly there's a switch.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe just the first trailer was completely misdirection.
Maybe.
But this one clearly, Robotnik and Grandpa, they're working with Shadow on this one.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, look, again, I love the trailer. I thought it looked great. I love the Pokemon joke. Yes, you look like the Pikachu or whatever it was. I thought that was hilarious. The one thing I didn't like about the trailer, all right, is this trailer feels way too much like Sonic 2. There's a new creature and it's being manipulated or teaming up with Robotnik, and at the end, you're probably going to get that. So it kind of felt like the exact same plot as number 2, instead of Knuckles, now it's Shadow.
Yeah, except now we'll get a Shadow series instead of a Knuckles
Shadow
series.
Paramount Plus series. Hopefully it'll be better than the Knuckles one. But whatever. I still thought it was a great trailer. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Ray, what did you think about it? Because I know you've been looking forward to this movie more than anybody.
I understand what you're saying about like it feeling the same. It does. There's aspects of Shadow that like are not like at all like Knuckles' story. So that's gonna be what the difference is. I think anyone who's familiar with the games, everyone could see the story, even from the trailers. Just watching the trailers, it's easy to predict what's gonna happen. It's just the execution of how they do it is more. I think is what matters here. Like and whatever they decided to change from the game story. Like if people like it, like the changes they do make from the original story of Shadow, because a lot of Shadow's story you could see in this trailer. Like even when he's holding up the blaster, people went nuts for that because that's one of the things that he's known for. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's just been a really, really tiring Monday, so I don't seem as hyped, but I'm super hyped about this movie. It's the last movie I think I'm looking forward to
for the year.
Yeah, for the year. And it has the possibility of hitting my top 5 if it works. You know what I mean?
Jonathan, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like there's a bit of like a mind wipe they thought they did to us from the first trailer. They're like, don't worry about that. This is the story.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused about that. I still am holding on to the fact that I think Robotnik's going to turn face. He's going to turn good with his grandfather. I think at first they tried to harness that like they tried to harness Knuckles in it. Yes, it does echo part 2 where I said Knuckles with Shadow, where they did it with Knuckles. And then they realized, they can't work with this guy.
Do you think it turns out that Pop is actually the big bad guy? That maybe this time Robotnik and Shadow join up with Team Sonic because
could be
Pop is actually the big evil one?
He might not even be real. He could be just like
not even real.
Like the grandpa, you know how there's 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he might have been like sent from a time travel something. I don't know how there's 2 is what I'm saying. But
it's kind of funny you said that because I felt like there might be some time travel elements to this movie, so I'm not sure.
But Robotnik seems to recognize him as his dad.
My only gripe here with this trailer is I'm not going to pretend that I know how to do like CGI graphics and stuff like that. There are parts where it feels like the CGI is not in that world. But that's the hardest thing I think for people to try to do, like put an actual talking hedgehog in the living room with real people and
Yeah.
actually make it look like
Yeah,
he's
you know
actually
what? That
there.
you're right. That scene did look a little odd, but I think because it's so brightly lit and it's just a living room. But when you see them in the cityscape, they blended.
Yeah, they look
way
great.
Better. Yeah,
There's just parts of it where I'm like, whoa, it looks like a sticker on the screen. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm super excited for this. I'm super hyped.
All right. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. So the colder season is here, and guess what? I am living in the perfect jean. These jeans are super stretchy, soft, and totally trick people into thinking I've got my life together. And I'm telling you this because I actually love them. These are absolutely, no questions asked, my favorite jeans that I have ever owned. And yes, the folks over at The Perfect Jean are paying me to say that, but it's still absolutely true. These are my favorite jeans ever. These jeans have enough stretch to accommodate Thanksgiving dinner and are comfy enough to wear all day watching Sunday football. Plus, even though they feel like sweatpants, they look good enough to be your go-to pants for date night. And listen, the Perfect Jean isn't even just pants. They've revolutionized t-shirts as well. The Perfect Tee has just enough stretch to hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. My guys, it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with the promo code Campea. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you. F your khakis and get the perfect jean. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about the new trailer for Sonic 3? I love it, but it kind of does a couple of things that the other one didn't do. It makes it look like Shadow and Robotnik are on the same side. That's a complete opposite from the other trailer. And it does kind of feel a little bit like Sonic 2 storyline with Knuckles joining up with Robotnik and now Shadow. I don't know. Whatever. The trailer still looks great and I can't wait to watch it. What do you guys think about it? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.